Melikulikimaka is a thing to say.
All right, Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. If I don't make another video before then, I probably will. I just thought I might wish you a Merry Christmas, first of all, and show off a couple things. First being my beautiful stocking here that my mom had put together, and I've actually had this stocking for 40 years, ever since I was born. So got a couple ornaments on there. There have been different ornaments that have been on there over the years, but it's kind of a family tradition. So that's what we do around Christmas time. And I thought I might tonight share just a couple of things, kind of the most, if I only had one running item for Christmas, if I only had one gift, what would I have chosen looking back at this past year? And I have three items. So I didn't pick one, but I have three items that kind of are really underappreciated that I think I definitely would not want to go without. So let's talk about the first item. This is probably Tailwind. This is probably the item that I relied upon the most this year, and definitely it's an unsung hero. So you kind of forget that you're using it, but so important to have those electrolytes, to have the right sugars and electrolytes, salts, and it kind of, I love Tailwind because unlike most other energy drinks, it just kind of, it almost disappears into the water. You definitely know that what you're drinking is not just water, but it's very good at, it's a nice light, easy to consume fluid that has basically all the electrolytes you need on a long ultra marathon, especially a race or a long training day. So I relied on this for my super long training days, and I also took it, I would drink it even on my 5 or 10 mile runs, but my 20, 30 mile runs, 50K races, all the way up to my 100 mile races, I use this. I use Tailwind, and there's different flavors. This is my favorite flavor of the year, which is the Colorado Cola flavor. It comes, I believe it's only caffeinated, which is even better because it keeps you up when you're late at night after running for 25 hours. So Tailwind, it's the best. I really enjoy it. And there's other energy drinks, but this one is great. I also really like the Naked flavor, which is basically no additional flavoring. It's kind of a salty sweet mix that really tastes good. I know that sounds strange, but it's really good. So Tailwind is my first. If I only had one gift for Christmas, with my running, this is what it would be: Tailwind. My second item is kind of a little strange, but caffeine. So these caffeine pills, I didn't take a ton of them, but they were definitely very nice to have. Very nice to have during my 100 miler. So right there. So you got these little caffeine pills, and they're really nice to be able to just kind of throw back with something to drink when you're feeling like basically you might as well just go to sleep. So I took these several times at 3, 4 in the morning when I was 70 miles into my 100 miler. Very useful. I usually wouldn't take these unless it's a 100 miler or if it's an overnight race or something like that. So, but these caffeine pills were very helpful, and quite honestly, probably are what allowed me to finish, one of the key factors in finishing my first 100 miler this year, because the last 100 miler that I tried a couple of years ago, the Fat Dog 120, I was unable to finish, and I think a big part of it was because I wasn't able to stay up, and I was feeling really tired, and that kind of starts to become a head game, a mental game, and you really start to have issues with decision making. So as far as quitting, which is what happened to me. So these helped a lot. They're perfectly, as far as I know, perfectly legal caffeine pills. You do have to be careful though, because it can be bad for you if you have too many of them. So just kind of take one. I think it's one for every. One pill is kind of like a cup of coffee, or maybe a couple cups of coffee. So you don't want to take too many, but they're very helpful. So let's put these back, and then my final item that I would say is kind of like a. If I only had one gift for Christmas as a runner, what would I choose? And kind of an unsung hero this year was my Nathan Speed Draw Plus insulated bottle. So these are very nice because not only do they give you just enough hydration to get through a regular training run. I wouldn't take this on a 100-miler, but I use this many times when I didn't want to carry a pack like my Solomon hydration pack, or hydration vest, when I just wanted to carry something in my hand. I have two of these, one for each hand, that you can run with and just sip on, as you go. So has a really nice nozzle at the end here that doesn't leak, and it only allows fluids to come out when you squeeze it or when you suck on it. So the other thing is, it has this nice pack, this nice little pocket here where you can put a GoPro, which I do all the time. You can put, wallet, keys. Don't want to put too much because it gets to be heavy, but you can put whatever you need in here, and it zips up nicely. So these are not cheap. I think they were like $40 a piece, but definitely a game changer when it comes to training runs. So highly recommend it. And then as far as washing these, they're really easy. You take this little bag off of it, and then you take this off and you just wash it. These are insulated. They come in a couple different variants, but this one is insulated, so it keeps cold drinks cold for a while. And I guess I've never heard of anyone putting a hot drink in here, but you could do that, I guess, if you were out in the cold. Maybe I'll try it, see how it goes this winter with the cold weather. So we'll see. But the Nathan Speed Draw Plus insulated is was just a really nice item this year. So if I had to pick one of these three items as my only Christmas gift for the year, I think I would have to go with Tailwind. Tailwind is again, is just an item that I almost forgot I was using day in and day out, but I didn't, because I wasn't having issues with dehydration, and I was able to get through each of my training runs feeling pretty good by the end. So Tailwind was probably the one that I couldn't do without, and I have a bunch of them back there here in my basement that I'm going to be using this year, and I really like this Colorado Cola flavor. So highly recommend Tailwind, and that's all I've got for tonight. So Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you're doing well, and look forward to more training videos, and hope you're having fun with your family, and wish you the best this holiday season. And I'm excited for the new year to come. So we will catch you in the next one.